pick up girls and get called asshole. This never happened to Pablo Picasso. He could walk down your street and girls could not resist the stare, and so Pablo Picasso was never called an asshole.
Hello, so today I'm going to try a new thing, like a 5 to 8 minute bio. Very limited. It's not even a bio, actually. It's just an artistic profile, I guess. Pablo Picasso was born in 1881 and perished in 1973. And like most people who had a stereotype of him from being acquainted with his works in childhood, in elementary school, we saw Cubism. And like most people had their own reaction, but it's kind of shocking. And I think if we try to understand when it was introduced, like in the 20s, 1918, 20, I don't know. World War I was breaking out of Europe, right? So I guess an artist's reaction to that might be to try and shock back or try and handle that turmoil. And it occurred to me that this stereotype, another stereotype besides just Cubism that I had of Picasso, was the tough guy, because he's kind of built good. He could be like the Ben Grimm version of the Thing, right? In Fantastic Four. He might have played that role. And he's known to be a womanizer. That's actually, I'm finding out, and I need to read a whole bio on him, but I think he's sensitive. He was a lover. So like going back to his early works, early 1900s, very sensitive sketches, even younger than that, 1890s. I'm just guessing a little bit, but I noticed a very delicate line work and just very tender perception. So the Cubism that exploded with the multi-perspective faces of tormented people was just a stage later in life, and I thought that was misogyny. I thought he's known to be like a womanizer, and here's all these weird stuff. It's probably way wrong. And now it's really reinforced, when I realized what was going on. The famous mural Guernica, and I'm working on like a sketch of it. It's complex. That was the reaction to the Spanish Civil War, or was the Revolutionary War, 1930s. He must have seen some terrible stuff. In that image, there's terrible stuff. And you realize now an artist is sensitive. He's like, society pushes him into the corner, right? So he finds refuge in women, from being a good companion. And I admire his skill at having lifelong partners, a couple different ones, but at least they stayed for a while, meaning he knew how to make it work, and they put up with his artistic temperament, and being, to them, it was like they were working with a veteran of art, right? And they were also veterans of another kind, if you know how the collaboration process works with, emotional ups and downs, downward spirals, and what it takes to make it last. It's a lot of give and take and learning. Guernica, and then the topic of today that I did a sketch of the Weeping Woman from 1937, and I've seen a couple of different versions. Some really terrible images there. You see the woman, the face contorted, and look at the fingers gripping the mouth, and they look like coffins, or fingers, or like the slave ships that came across in the colonial era. Rows and rows of people lined up in the bottom of a ship coming over to the U.S. from Africa. And he was certainly aware of Africa, because in 1908 to 1911 was his African study period. He drew some abstract pictures of the people of Africa. And look in the lower left of the Weeping Woman, lower right to the viewer, actually. It's like an African mask, I determined. It's like a facial tribal mask, but it also looks like a chunk of coal, right? Think about that. It's got the little markings on the black. There's a little red where it connects her sleeves. Coal, what does coal become? Coal is extracted, but coal becomes diamonds. Diamonds were extracted from Africa. The suffering, the guilt of the woman who was aware of this diamond she might be wearing on her finger that has cost the lives of others. But the fact that it's still coal represents the idea that time, the importance of time, right? Maybe she has to wait. Maybe she's suffering because she doesn't know how to wait for that beautiful thing to happen. It's just a piece of coal that takes centuries, millennia, right, to become a diamond. So that's rather interesting. And we all have to think about time and what our urgent need to have what we want now, how it really is an opposition to like handling time properly, like to really realizing time is not meant to be spent for just us, it's meant to be, right? If we're just doing distraction behaviors in time, whatever they might be, distractive conversations, small talk, mean talk, then maybe we're not using time right. We're not facing that repressed Guernica that is the torment in our subconscious that we wear the masks to cover.
Out where the river broke, the bloodwood and the desert oak, holding record